I want to start off with the 800-pound gorilla in the room. What happened the other night at the White House?
So this was on a Wednesday night. I found out Monday.
Your actions, in my judgment, should be punishment, termination, firing people who have subordinated their command. You can't run an agency like this, for God's sakes, or any other agency, unless you have discipline in the ranks. Now, were these people given a sobriety test?
They were not, sir, to my understanding.
Why not?
Sir, I can't answer that.
Who said not to do that?
Sir, I can't answer that either.
When you say, I have to set the example, I have to earn their trust. Dude, you don't have to earn their trust. You're their boss. They're supposed to earn your trust.
Maybe it's good that it happened early in my tenure so that we can set a tone as we move forward.
That is one hot seat. Joe Clancy, head of the Secret Service, took a beat down during this hearing. Clancy insists he doesn't have all the power he needs to run the agency, but insists that he can get control after numerous high-profile incidents. Republican Chris Stewart was one of the lawmakers questioning Clancy. He's also on the House Intelligence Committee. And welcome back here to America's Newsroom, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill. Good to be with you.
Did he answer your questions?
Well, I think he did as best as his ability. I mean, let's remember that Mr. Clancy's new to the job. We need to give him a chance to exert the leadership that he told us that he would. But some of his questions were very frustrating to me. And they seem to, in my opinion, coddle some of these individuals rather than hold them accountable. And, you know, as a former Air Force pilot and military guy, I just don't get that. I just don't get this culture where it's almost a fraternity where they're protecting each other rather than protecting the interests of the American people and the constitutional responsibility they have. And that bothered me, and I think it bothered some of the other members as well.
So do you think it's the culture of the Secret Service that has led to this? Is that the explanation?
Well, I don't know how you could say anything else. And there's two things that trouble me. Look, I understand that, you know, some drinking, some carousing. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's a good idea, but that may happen from time to time. But for heaven's sakes, the thing that's most concerning to me is the fact that they seem to protect one another. I mean, this incident last week, these individuals were sent home without being forced to take a sobriety test, without being taken down and questioned immediately. And it seemed to me their supervisors and those who were involved said, we're going to protect them rather than hold them accountable. And the fact that the director was not told for 5 days, I just think that's completely unacceptable. And that's the challenge that Director Clancy has now, is to go in and change that culture.
Now, do you think this is under this administration, or has this been a problem of culture under Bush and under Clinton?
Well, I think some of these incidents that we talk about in the concern is they go back more than this administration. I think ultimately the administration is responsible because they choose the leaders, and that's true in every case. I think that, again, Director Clancy is new to this position. He's expressed a willingness and a great desire to change this culture, but he absolutely has to. These Secret Service agents have access to the most highly protected and classified information we have, and that's the whereabouts and the location and intentions of our president. Mm-hmm. We have to be able to trust them. And in some cases, they simply haven't earned that trust, and then they've protected each other when that trust has been broken.
Yeah. In a word, and I know you're cutting him some slack because he's new to the job. I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you have confidence in his leadership?
Well, once again, I'm not going to judge that till he's had an opportunity to exert that leadership. I have some concerns about the expression that he used yesterday and the direction he would take. I think, again, he coddled some of these rather than held them accountable very firmly, which I think is exactly and the only thing that would change this culture. But I'm willing, and I think we have to be able to give him a chance to see what he can do to change some things there.
Thank you, sir, for your time today. Chris Stewart, Republican, with us from the Hill today. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks.